insanity.
It broke
that
the
someone
net,
managed to do
mate.
that with
Yeah.
£100.
Especially during Christmas when all these other ones are popping off.
Wow.
This one like broke the net.
Try
So,
and set that standard early as well. Try to have a narrative where people aren't just expecting whatever you can afford. Have like a margin that's like a 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever it's going to be. And try and base that upon targets as well. Say if we've reached this throughout the year, this will be the Christmas bonus.
100%.
Don't just whimsically go towards Christmas going, oh, I'm going to have to try and figure out what the bonus is going to be soon, because then people are going to be there with their hand out. I'll drum roll you in.
Okay. We have gone for...
Right,
You're going to munch your mullet,
I'm munching mullet.
Shall we both munch him up?
Right. Fuck it, we'll go this way. There you go. I've smudged his face a little bit there for you. You can have the mullet. I'll have where all the action happens. And welcome to our Christmas special.
Yeah.
Suits and Sliders.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
Episode 42. Welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This is unbelievable.
Hope you got some lovely presents. Hope you're enjoying your family time or wherever you are.
Absolutely comatose with roast dinners and chocolate and all sorts, like we very much plan to be.
100%.
We have got so much for this episode ready to go. We hope you love the set. Put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, this is our
Merry Christmas set.
Let's know if you like it. I love it.
Yeah,
I think
it's
sick,
wicked,
man.
Yeah, I don't ever want to take it down. I might just have to film like this all year now.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, we've got plenty of segments ahead coming with crazy stories and so much more. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, get in the comments below. And we've also got another Geckos today. So there's so
much on today. It's going to be a proper Christmas special.
It certainly is. Well,
but before we get into it,
we
must mention our paid partnership with BetterHelp.
We understand that Christmas is a busy time of year, full of family, full of love, full of joy, but it can also be a time where things get tough.
And especially while your businesses are on hold for the festivities, it's really important to make sure your mental health is still in check.
And we know that at this time of year, you spend time with your friends, family, and loved ones who could also be going through a difficult time.
And that's why therapy is so important. It not only gives you the clarity, but also gives you the confidence to keep on going.
BetterHelp makes it easily accessible for anyone. It's online, so you can do it from the comfort of your own home for your phone or your laptop.
So in between opening your presents, eating the mince pies, it's important to take an hour out of your day to speak to a credentialed therapist.
And it's easier than ever. All you need to do is go online, fill out a quick questionnaire, and you're matched with a great therapist. And if it doesn't feel like the right fit, you can change it at any time.
We've both tried it, and we can honestly say it is worth it. But don't just take it from us. There are thousands of positive reviews on Trustpilot about BetterHelp.
So if you want to give it a go this Christmas, we've got a special gift for you. 10% off your first month with BetterHelp using the code Suits and Sliders or going to the link in our bio.
Take care of yourself this Christmas and the loved ones around you. With lots of love, Suits and Sliders.
And we are into our first segment of the Christmas special, Top 10. We brought it back. Controversial always.
It is big. But today we are doing the top 10 Christmas adverts of all time.
Now, I've got a thought of a few here.
So mate, you don't understand how hard this was.
I bet it was tough.
I had to go back through the archives and watch a load of adverts. Mate, it was mental. But honestly, there are some absolute belters.
That's
out
such
there.
a 3 a.m. doom scroll, isn't it? Like watching adverts or like trailers for films. You ever done that?
It was tough. It was tough.
Go on. Right, let's go for it. Top 10.
Okay, I've got some like special mentions, but shall I leave them till last? Do you want to just hear the top 10 straight away?
Yeah, because I don't want to hear what's
Number 10. Yeah. Number 10.
Number 10.
McDonald's Reindeer Ready advert. In 2017.
Yeah.
So this was a sweet story of a girl saving carrots for Santa's reindeer.
Oh, okay.
It's very wholesome, it's very magical,
and
it's very good for McDonald's because they've somehow twisted it into the carrots.
I see.
I thought it was probably McDonald's best ever Christmas advert I've seen.
Interesting.
And I wanted to make my list a little bit different.
How so?
Because there's so many good adverts from one particular company, which we'll get into.
Do you want to guess in the comments below?
I've chucked in McDonald's Reindeer Ready ad. Okay. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It's actually pretty good for
start.
McDonald's.
Good start.
Number 9.
Number 9.
John Lewis enters it already.
Here we go.
The Long Wait.
The Long Wait.
2011.
Oh, the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little boy who cannot wait for Christmas to gift his present to his parents. Exactly. I thought that was amazing. So cute.
So cute.
And the way they did it was so cool, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Number 8.
Number 8.
You ready?
Yeah.
Sky. E.T. came home for Christmas. I remember watching this advert and I was like, whoa,
that's
this
a throwback.
is
That's
sick.
actually just come back
2019 that dropped.
Yeah.
E.T. returns home 37 years later.
That's so funny.
And then he kind of like helps the family get ready for Christmas through Sky Broadband Network, everything like that. It was very good. And it was talked about a lot during that decade as well.
Fair enough.
Number 7.
Here we go.
John Lewis trampoline Christmas advert.
Yeah,
Buster the Boxer.
That's on my list.
What
here.
an advert!
What an ad! If that had missed the list, I'd have been so.
No, that was so good, and I was like, that could probably be higher, arguably, but mate, so good. The trampoline one, obviously, the dog watches the wildlife all bouncing around, and then eventually on Christmas he gets his turn.
Yeah, that's
brilliant.
Such a good advert.
Right now, this one, I put it in, and I've only put it in because it's like a staple, and I just remember this as Christmas.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
From a young kid.
And wait, what position are we now?
6.
Wow, okay.
This is, and you could bracket it as like the whole thing, and this is what I've kind of done, but if you want a particular day, I can give you one.
Okay.
Coca-Cola, holidays are coming.
6.
I put it as 6.
6?
They do it every year, though, and they call it the same thing. Holidays are coming.
Yeah.
But I've gone for like the best one. My favourite one's probably the 2021.
Yeah.
And that's just purely because the Coke truck is like iconic. The Coke truck is
iconic.
It's
absolutely iconic.
But in terms of an advert, there's not much story behind it.
I hear you.
If you hear my top 5,
I put it higher, but
if you hear my top 5, you're gonna go, okay, fair play.
I've got,
but it had to be in there.
I've got 4 here. So if some of these are missing, I'll be shocked.
Number 5, right?
Number 5.
Hadford.
Halford?
Hardware Christmas advert 2019.
No? Okay.
This, have you not seen it? You need to watch it in the break that we have. A tiny independent Welsh hardware shop made a £100 advert and it blew up.
I don't think I've seen this.
It blew up. This was in 2019. It was insane. It literally beat like the £1 million brands out there in terms of their advert. The owner's 2-year-old son was running the store. That was like the whole thing about it. And the whole part at the end, it said, make sure you live Christmas like a kid. And it was like the little kid owning the store, doing everything, like giving coins out to people. And he carries up this Christmas tree at the end and he turns into the man. It was like, make sure Christmas is living like a kid or something like that.
That sounds like a
that
great
was
advert.
A masterpiece,
I don't know if I've
mate.
seen that.
And that has to be top 5 purely because of budgeting as well.
That
like,
is
it broke the net.
Yeah.
Especially during Christmas when all these other ones are popping off.
Wow.
This one like broke the net. It was good. So watch that one. And then I think you would be like, okay, I get why that's 5.
Yeah.
Now, top 4.
Top 4.
John Lewis again.
Yeah.
Man on the Moon.
Yeah, cool. It was one of my 4.
Unreal. That's a heavy hitter.
That is a heavy hitter. I think it's the only advert that's actually made me really
Goosey's,
like almost well up. So it was that emotional.
It was the lonely old man watching the world from his moon with a little girl trying to reach him.
Everybody that Christmas was driving around looking up at the moon, like in the evening time when the stars.
But it is more also like it's just so nice because it was like the story behind it's obviously making awareness for the elderly loneliness that happens, and it became like an actual national talking point during that time, which was brilliant. And I thought John Lewis was quality for doing that.
100%.
Once again, number 3, we've got another John Lewis one.
Okay, good.
Monty the Penguin.
Oh, you went Monty Penguin, okay.
2014. Yeah. This is like one of the best loved adverts out there.
Sure.
Their Monty the Penguin blew up as well. Like it is an icon for John Lewis in terms of their like mascot.
It was big.
Have you got that on your list as well? Is that
it wasn't.
No.
So it was one of my honourable mentions in my list, but I thought it would have come in my bottom 5. It didn't come as my top.
So that was 2014, that.
Yeah, okay. But I'll be apprehensive.
Right.
I might mention my others.
Number 2.
So you've definitely missed one of mine, but I think I know which one.
Number 2, I've gone for Sainsbury's.
Yeah, good.
Okay, cool.
Good.
1914, The
Yeah.
Truce. This released in 2014. I honestly
an
say one of the
advert
greatest Christmas adverts of all time.
Without a doubt.
It was obviously
without a
about
doubt.
World War One and the ceasefire
football.
during Christmas and playing the football match. The way they did it was so good. And brands don't usually like touch upon history, especially war or anything like that. But they just did it so well.
Such a hard storyline to navigate, and they did it
perfectly,
impeccably.
Yeah,
absolutely impeccably.
And number one, and this one, I watched it again today, and I was like, wow, it just is.
I'm so intrigued.
John Lewis again.
Yeah.
The Bear and the Hare.
The Bear and the Hare, cool.
2013.
Yeah.
The ad that literally launched John Lewis's Christmas adverts into what they are today.
Yeah.
And then at that time, obviously, Lily Allen's song is like amazing behind there. Somewhere Only We Know was the song. What a tune. And when that got released, that bounced straight up to number one again.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realise that.
Unreal, mate. We'll watch it again after this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate, that was unreal.
So emotional.
Do you want to hear my honourable mentions before we get on to yours?
I'll hear yours, yeah, because you might mention mine in your honourables.
Number 12. I mean, not number 12, number 11. What am I about? I had Heathrow Airport.
Yeah, okay, cool. That was one.
This was really debatable with Mackey's for me.
Yeah, okay.
I really liked it. The Returning Bears, 2016. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I felt like I wanted a bit more different stuff.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Number 12, I went for A Year in the Making, Morrison's. Brand new, 2025.
I've not seen
Just got released.
Oh, wow.
It's all about the farmers.
Is it?
Yeah, so they're all about backing the farmers, the local trade and everything like that. It's actually pretty good.
More prevalent than ever as well. So mentioning that, credit to them.
Yeah, so I popped them up there. Good. Then we've also got at 13, so I've got 14 here. Okay. 13, M&S, Mrs. Claus.
I don't think I've seen
popped
that
off,
well.
mate. That was huge from M&S.
Was it?
It's basically Mrs. Claus instead of Santa Claus. And then lastly, Paddington Bear Christmas. That was very good as well. There you go. They're my honourable mentions.
I like them. I've got two more.
Come on, tell me.
I feel like one of them definitely deserved the list, but I can understand So one of them was John Lewis, Excitable Edgar. Now,
okay.
That one for me would have been maybe not as high on the list as it was for you with Monty the Penguin, but I would have had Monty the Penguin or Excitable Edgar just because I remember them two being influential characters which ended up selling
I actually don't know that one. I need to watch
the little green dragon.
Was that recent? Fairly?
No, 2019 I think.
Really?
Yeah, so 2019, 2020.
No, I don't remember
that for me was the first time I actually got attuned to the idea of Christmas adverts.
Right.
Like, I'd seen the ones before, but that's the first one I watched it. I was there like, that is blowing up.
I feel like mine are more like nostalgia when I'm 14, 15, 16. When I kind of Christmas was
that would have been one for me with nostalgia. Right, my last one, which I'm surprised didn't make your list. This came out 2020.
Okay.
And I think
there
it's
was
come out
a
years
lot
since,
in 2020 that
but
I saw.
it was the Doc Morris advert, the Take Care one.
The lockdown. Was it about lockdown?
No, so it was where the granddad is in his shed in the back of his garden every day lifting up a kettlebell. And like you kind of watch it, and then really solemn music goes behind. And then at the end,
left my
he
head,
picks up his granddaughter and picks her up so she can put the
that was
star
fantastic.
On the Christmas tree. Who was that? That was Doc Morris, Take Care Christmas advert. The company's called Doc Morris.
I've not heard them before. I fully remember that now you're saying that. That was brilliant.
Made the top 10 for me. Yeah.
That probably would take over my Mackey's one for sure.
I think for me it'd be high on the list, but it definitely does. I don't remember the Mackey's one, so I see what you mean. Interesting.
Mate, the thing is, when I was researching this, I could not remember half the fucking adverts. I had like the top 4 that I could easily remember.
Yeah.
But like you just said that, and I'm like, I did not even come across that when I was looking at him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
good shout. Very good shout. Very good shout.
I think it was still a great list. Let us know below if there's any adverts that we might have missed out on, or any adverts that you can go and check it yourselves, because it's so cool watching the Christmas adverts. They put so much effort into them every year.
Yeah.
I've got to check out this £100 one because I'm so intrigued to see it.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll get back into the
really good, mate. Yeah, let's do it.
And we are back from top 10.
We are.
We just watched the Christmas adverts, both the Hadfords one, or how you say Havers one, and the Lily Allen one. I mean,
good, eh?
So emotionally invigorating.
Mate. It's the music, I think, that's like so well put.
Massively. So if you're making your own Christmas advert this year for your own business, please let us know. We'd love to see your Christmas adverts.
Even come like like in the future come behind the scenes and watch you guys film something?
100%. I mean, if you haven't already checked out ours, it's on the socials now, and it features at the end of the last video. It probably is on the YouTube as well. Our own Christmas promo. Let us know what you thought of it. We'd love to hear your engagement towards that. And without further ado, talking about Christmas spending habits. That's what we're going to start with. So the Bank of England, little stat for you, says the UK on average per household spends £700 extra in December compared to normal bills on like Christmas gifts and things like that.
I'm not surprised, man.
And another survey says that 71% of consumers, with the recent sort of like rising bills and costs and everything, plan to reduce their spend by 25% over the next 3 years, right? Reason why I'm saying that is because there's a good side to this and a bad side. One is the side where you've got a much larger customer base than ever at a time in December. Secondarily is where you need to prove that your product pricing and everything else is so much more valuable because people are going to start becoming more stringent with where they choose to put their money.
Yeah, a lot more people becoming money conscious now.
Exactly. And that kind of shows you a little bit about the budgets that are out there for people as well. So to understand what sort of price market you might want to put a service or product out for, to be able to align with customers that are shopping at this time of year. 55% of people say most of their budget would go on gifts for others, 18% say on food and drink, and the remaining share between travel, decoration, socialising, and gifts for personal self, right? So when 55% of the budget is going on other people, like a really important thing people have to take note of is having keywords, SEO content such as gifts for him, gifts for her, things like this, which we're going to get more into in a second, is absolutely crucial. And the last little stat for you, 81% of consumers plan to shop online during this festive season rather than in stores. Only 19% tend to do most of their shopping in stores. Yeah. Despite all the Christmas markets, despite the shopping malls going off at Christmas, despite all the shops and things.
It's crazy, mate.
So an important thing to know is if you haven't got an e-commerce side of your platform or your business or your products updated or uploaded,
you're well behind
you need to focus on it. You need to dial. You need to make sure the website is clean and like crystal 100%. Clear and obvious and easy to use because this time of year it is so important.
And ultimately, if you don't actually have like a storefront shop on the street, you can look and kind of spin it as a positive and go, right, what would I actually be spending on this store? Now, what can I spend this money that I would be spending on an actual physical shop on my e-commerce shop? And you can start to spend it on ads, spend it on lots of different things. You need to really push the momentum behind this Christmas period. I know it is Christmas now, but even leading up into January and having deals and special occasions or discounts, whatever it may be, if you can push a lot of money into ads and stuff, you're going to reap the rewards for it.
I mean, we've tested it ourselves with our own business and our own products and the podcast. Putting even just a fraction of cost behind some of your advertising you're putting out there can scale your audience massively. And it doesn't necessarily bring in customers, but it can bring in a viewership, which if you've done the advertising right itself, will be what brings in the customers.
It's the eyeballs that you need. I mean, for example, that £100 advert, it got like over 3 million views or whatever. There's not going to have 3 million buyers from it. No. But if they gain like 10% of that, suddenly they've done so well.
Incredibly well. Absolutely incredibly well. So I mentioned the CEO keywords a second ago to talk about a couple of ideas that people can put in descriptions of products if they use certain e-commerce platforms or even on their own personal website, for example, on their social media, so on and so forth. Big ones are just things like Christmas gift ideas 2025 or, as I've said before, gifts for him, gifts for her, gifts for mum, gifts for
Christmas
dad,
gifts for her, Christmas gifts for him.
Exactly. Unique titled gifts. If you can think of an angle which specifies a certain audience, let's say you did mugs. Mugs is a huge one every year for teachers. Best Christmas gift for teacher. Stick it in your description. Let people use that. When they type that into Google, it's going to look through all the websites and it's going to find where it sees those keywords, ping it out to them. And then finally, delivery, timing, local urgency. Can deliver before Christmas, same day pickup, Christmas opening times now. All of this stuff is crucial to making sure that the knowledge that you're offering your customer base is exactly what they want to hear. That's exactly what
you're maximizing every sale there because you're making it so easy for the buyer. And if it's a last minute thing, suddenly they go, oh, next day delivery before 1 p.m, whatever it may be.
Exactly.
Amazon really good at that.
100%.
Amazon Prime, deliver now at midnight, before midnight, you get it back at 1 p.m. or whatever the next day. Which is nuts.
I still don't know how they do it. We order some weird shit for this podcast and it turns up within 12 hours. I cannot get my head around.
It's mental.
Nice.
So funny.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've got on the side about buying preferences.
Well, I've got a bit about budgeting if you are a business for Christmas period. So, obviously, December is like the most expensive month for any business out there, but also can be the most profitable for any business out there.
That's the thing.
So, when it comes to payroll, there tends to be a bit of an increase here, particularly when it comes to the overtime pay. You see this in a lot of SMEs out there, and also holiday cover, weekend shifts, temporary staff to cover those holiday covers. You're looking at a 10 to 20% increase in terms of payroll. So make sure you are businessing. You are kind of prepping for that for your business.
It's like your business.
Yeah, honestly.
So you've got businessing and businessing from Jamie so far. Are we going to build a dictionary over
You
next
even
year?
have like tiny little businesses as well. So like cafes, for example. Apparently staff costing can go from an extra 1,000 to 2,000 in December.
Yeah,
so bear that in mind as well,
huge.
especially having a physical shop and you're getting those temporary cover. Then you need to really be budgeting for that.
Big time.
We've also got bonuses and staff gifts. Very, very common for SMEs. If you have a small business out there and you've got about 13 to 20, 50 staff, however it may be, they're probably expecting something.
Exactly.
So,
try and set that standard early as well. Try to have a narrative where people aren't just expecting whatever you can afford. Have like a margin that's like a 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, whatever it's going to be. And try and base that upon targets as well. Say if we've reached this throughout the year, this will be the Christmas bonus.
100%.
Don't just whimsically go towards Christmas going, oh, I'm going to have to try and figure out what the bonus is going to be soon, because then people are going to be there with their hand out.
A lot of people will be expecting some form of bonus, whether it comes in kind of like a little secret Santa budget, free staff meals, I don't know, some extra gift boxes coming into the office. Also Christmas parties as well on top of that. Like a lot of people do expect these things. So make sure you are budgeting probably around 5k for that, depending on where you're situated locationally. Because you're going to go have a Christmas party, there's going to be drinks, there's going to be food involved, you've got to book a venue, and then you've got to invite everyone to come down as well and cover their bills. So that's another one. Energy bills as well, which we've touched upon a lot. These surge during Christmas, particularly because of temperature costing and lights. You're looking at a 25 to 30% increase. This is insane. So you need to make sure you are prepping for that when it comes to energy bills. And lastly, I've got stock and inventory costs. So this should rise if you are a good business and you're fulfilling your Christmas expectations when it comes to like adverts and making sure you're pushing your content out there, whatever it may be. You're going to have a higher demand. So therefore, you're going to prep stock-wise. So make sure your stock costing is prepped. And as you mentioned, when it comes to those speedy deliveries and everything like that, that also gets incorporated into that.
Big time. Also, yeah, and that's another thing. All the third parties that you're going to be using over this time of year, they're going to be boosting their prices throughout Christmas. So it's a knock-on effect.
But you know the Amazon next day delivery, we're talking about that. What is the worst kind of gift you've ever received on Christmas Day that you probably have turned around and gone, you've got this last minute, mate?
Do you know what? I haven't got one that's like that, but I do have a Christmas gift that I could probably say is the worst Christmas gift I've ever received.
Go on.
But it's got pros and cons to it. But it's what I received year before last from my sister.
Recent? Oh, calling her out.
I love it a bit, but she calls me, right, day before Christmas. She goes, I've got you something. I just want to know how you feel about it. So she even did the whole apprehensive call. It wasn't like unpackaging. She apprehensively called me. And you know you can't say no at that point. She goes, we've decided to sign you up to the London Marathon 2025 as your Christmas present. And I went, thanks. And quite quickly afterwards, I thought, oh, this would be a cool idea. Obviously, with the time it took to like prepare, doing the event was probably the most painful thing we've ever done. That was negative. There are a lot of positives that came from it.
They did prep you well in advance, though.
Yeah, well, you had to get in. That was the thing. Yeah. That was with the closing was applications around that time. But momentous occasion in my life. Very happy that I've done it and got it out of the way. But it's probably the only Christmas gift I received, and I was there at the time going, oh, God.
But then in the end, it's something you remember forever. So
exactly. It's a two-sided coin.
Well, something for me, my friend.
Yeah.
I got a bag of potatoes.
You got a bag of potatoes?
Yes.
From who?
From my parents.
Why?
But that was a part of the gift. The other half was a potato gun.
Oh.
Now, my friend.
Okay.
That,
you don't have it here, do you?
No, I don't.
Thank
I
God.
should have.
That would be a rough punishment, potato gun. Jeez.
That was pretty cool. But the potatoes originally, when I opened, I was like, why have I got potatoes?
That's so funny.
So that's probably my worst one, but I'm sure there are plenty
Yeah,
of
let us
bad
know in the
ones
comment
there.
section what your worst gift at Christmas has ever
100%.
been. I'm so intrigued to hear what people out there have received.
But speaking of gifts, my friends,
I think it's time.
we have a very special gift to give.
Huge gift to give.
We do.
Let's head over to Gecko's Basement. We are in to Gecko's Basement.
Here we go. So we chucked out a story a couple weeks ago.
We did.
Maybe even a month ago. We always chucking out stories, so go check out Insta.
Do.
But the story was, let us know your business idea.
Yeah.
And you can have a chance to win £100 plus some lovely sliders.
Your very own pair of sliders. Crazy.
Custom. And we got a bunch of responses.
So many.
Mate, more than ever this time round.
I mean,
which is sick,
exactly.
by the way.
Over the last year, we put this competition out a couple of times, and we've had people respond in all sorts of different ways. And we've typically prioritised people who've sent in videos and things like that, just because it's better from a visual content for you guys, and also the effort's like impressive.
100%, yeah.
Videos. However, this Christmas, we wanted to be inclusive and bring everybody in.
We did.
Everybody who's had the input or effort to send us a message, we've decided to bring out for today's Christmas.
Because we know a lot of people, unfortunately, don't like getting in front of a camera or hearing the sound of their own voice, and they'd rather type something. So we thought it'd be a bit more inclusive
100%.
to get
we found
everyone
it difficult ourselves being in front of a camera.
We did.
So
It does.
We can understand it
it's not
100%.
easy. So the first message I've got is a guy called Max Evans.
Okay.
And he said, me.
Well, he said,
Moving on.
who wants to win £100 giveaway? And he just said me.
Pretty much.
I like that business idea. Impressive. Right, who we got next? I've got this next one came through by Dave Lane.
Okay.
And all it said was selling sexy sandwiches.
I do like a sexy sandwich.
So intrigued.
I do like a sexy sandwich.
Is a sexy sandwich just a good tasting sandwich?
Like a banging sandwich. That's how I'm taking it.
But sexy is an interesting word to use.
Well, that's a sexy roast.
Scrumptious. Well, maybe that's a bit too...
No, that's like, oh, it's scrumptious.
That's too granddaddy, isn't it? Anyway,
well,
next.
All right, yeah. So there wasn't a lot of elaboration on those
No,
two.
there wasn't elaboration on those, I'm afraid.
And then we got a message. That's quite strange. I won't say his name because I don't think he wants to be said. I think it was more of a joke. But he said, my own organisation. And I simply replied, we're going to reject this one.
That's going to need to be bleeped out 100%.
Yeah. But that just shows you some of the responses we're getting.
Yeah, wowza. Right, next one. We'll move on swiftly. Amy said, a first aid trading business.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I like
quite
it.
like that.
And is that
There's not
it?
many like, that's afraid all we got so far.
Right.
If any of you guys, by the way, have heard this and you need to elaborate more,
definitely.
Obviously, hearing us talk about it, give us some more details so we can
100%.
deliberate more in the future about
100%.
it, get some more information.
And we do chat to you as well on the DMs. Like, we are responding back to these people and we're saying, like, we need this kind of video or message or something.
100%.
So we've got a guy called Pierce Donnelly. He said, I would love to create a premium shot brand that targets customers from all legal ages of drinking.
Okay.
Creating, and then he spelt shot wrong.
He put shit.
And it ended up saying shit for the rest of it. But I'm going to say shot because I think he means that. Creating a shot that people talk, that get people talking and sharing memories with others. A group of chats.
Yeah.
That turns strangers into friends. The shots themselves will be seasonal promotions as well as a penny sweet collection, something that every age can be a part of, which is really interesting.
Already saying the seasonal stuff, like thinking ahead there.
I like it. I like
that a lot.
But like we said, flush out a little bit more. Give us a name. How's £100 help? Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Right,
nice
next
and
up,
easy.
Ollie Sadler.
Okay.
High protein fudge. Nice and simple. I like it.
Yeah,
I do like it. I don't think I've heard of high protein fudge. There's high protein chocolate bars out there.
That's a great Christmas.
Just fudge itself, I think it's a really good idea.
Christmas present as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great Christmas present.
Interesting. Well, I got a guy called Tom Moore.
Okay.
More than likely be a fast food Greek gyros chain, similar to Spud Bros, but for Greek kebabs.
See, my brother, by the way, lives
I love.
in Greece
I love how he says more than likely.
Yeah,
like he has it's probably this one.
Yeah, I got a few in the box. My brother, little side note there. had gyros when he lived in Greece, and it's usually like got meat and veg
so
and everything
good,
else.
mate.
My brother just walked up to the same Donny every day apparently and went, "You know what to do," and he literally just put the meat, the sauce, the thing, just handed it to my brother. My brother just ate it like every day when he was in Greece.
When you know what you like, you know what you like.
Exactly. Right, next up, Yoshi. Yoshi said, "My dream business is to own my own personal property renovation company in France and other European countries." Interesting.
Nice.
Going European.
There's plenty of opportunities to renovate like chateaux out there that have been left alone.
100%.
It's crazy.
100%.
Apparently the costing of them is like way too much, so they just leave it abandoned completely.
Really?
Yeah, and you can sweep them up for like 200k, 300k.
I mean, Marcus,
And then you like turn them into like wedding receptions and stuff.
That's a good idea.
Anyway, Charlie Hill.
Okay.
He said, "My dream business would be a security company, but also a luxurious car service, which would help deliver the most prestigious service with red carpet events and private events, festivals, close protection, but also street patrols, helping keep the community safe, and then to introduce a minibus service or a private car to help get those who are in need a free journey home."
Okay.
Very interesting.
Couple of different angles to it. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's a huge, broad scope, but I like it.
Yeah, so it gets security company and then luxurious car. So it's kind of got like two really different angles.
Yeah.
But I guess something you could tie together, make it a multifaceted sort of thing. Next up, we got Stan. Stan said,
Stan the man.
A big one. That's how it starts. It's a big one, which will take a while, but is to eventually create/open my own solicitor's firm. Currently doing a degree apprenticeship to qualify, so my dream is to have my own practice at some point in the future. I like that.
You know what?
It's
so class hearing.
Yeah.
It's so class hearing these people. Like everyone has a sort of a business idea or a dream they would love to pursue.
Exactly.
It's brilliant to hear.
And that's an important one actually as well on that point with Stan. If you've got a business idea, or you might not have a business idea, but you're really good at your job and you love your job, but instead of making it just your job, you make it your business. This is the thing that I want people to understand. It doesn't have to be something crazy out there, USP. There's a million different clothing brands. There's a million different legal firms. There's a million different everything. So you could just make your own version.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't have to be something that's got a crazy USP to it. But if you know the brand, if you know the industry well and you know you're good at it, it's a really good idea. Just
a lot of people do it. I think you see it quite often with consultancy. They would work in a consultant firm, understand everything goes around things, and then they'll branch off and make their own one because they realise it's so profitable.
Exactly.
So I'm sure there's plenty of other industries that do that.
100%.
I've got one from Nadine.
Okay.
She said, "My dream business would be to be able to add ashes to jewellery or other things at an affordable price.
Okay.
As everywhere is so expensive."
It's a good point.
Very interesting to carry like
interesting.
your close ones, your lovely and dearest close to you.
Next up, we got Antoinette. Antoinette said, "I want to start a monthly subscription box for women who like comfy clothes." That's quite a good idea, actually. Like a little, because girls love the
jumpers,
shopping habits and
pajamas,
things. Comfy clothes is
socks,
becoming so popular
hats,
nowadays. The
scarves,
big tees and all that sort of
yeah.
stuff. Oh, I like that. That's
Very
good.
interesting. Well, I've got Aiden.
Aiden, what did Aiden
He
say?
said, "Problem-solving business, not sure in what, something that engages the brain and can help many people." There we go. So Aiden, go flush that out, mate.
Yeah, it's a wide scope.
Come
I'm sure
back
there's
to
plenty of
us.
different options there. I've got Ben Muirs. Ben Muirs said, "Always wanted to do..." This is awesome. I saw this one earlier. "Always wanted to do a roast dinner truck. The potential profit is enormous. 2 options of meat, sliced and bone married to keep tender. Veg part boiled, ready to be steamed per order. Potatoes boiled and part roasted, ready to be flash fried. Gravy on the go. You could spend 50 to 60 quid on the fresh veg and a couple of joints and easily charge between £6 to £9 per meal."
Oh, yeah.
It's like basically like a spud
With
roast,
ease, mate.
but for roast
Yeah.
dinners. I love that.
I was thinking, I went to festival like when I was younger, and they did like a Yorkshire pudding roast dinner.
I've seen that.
And it
there's
was
another one that's like in like
okay.
a rat roast dinner. Have you seen that one as well?
No, but the Yorkshire pudding one was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but like they charged a fortune, like 11 quid or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And like it was being eaten by a lot of
I
people.
bet.
So if he can make something that's like proper top
Yeah,
tier,
imagine that at the bottom
you
of a
could
Christmas
easily
market.
charge more than £9. You could charge like 15
Yeah,
comfortably.
but to be fair, if you undercut the rest of the like,
Oh, yeah,
competitors in
yeah,
that
you'd be
space,
laughing,
You'd be
mate.
sat at the end of a Christmas market, 3,000 a
Easily,
foot traffic, and you go roast dinner on the go. People be like, "Yeah, I'm trying that." That
Yeah.
could be easily 1,000 customers.
So easy, mate. Get
That
the
is
gravy
insane.
smelling.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, 100%. They've got the Christmas music in the truck. I think that could be really good. That Right, here we go, Scott.
But flush it out, Ben. That'll be class,
flush it out
mate.
for us.
So we did get a voice message.
Yeah.
A guy called Kieran Owens. But it's like 3 minutes long, so I'm not going to play the whole thing.
Okay.
But essentially, he wants to create a men's mental health kind of building in a way.
Okay,
well, not building, like a way where men can, in events, open events around the world, whatever, can come together and talk to each other rather than talking to like a therapist or something that's being paid as his whole thing. And he said he would like to call it MEN dash, hold on, let me get this right, We Can Cry Too.
Okay.
So basically making mental health an ordinary topic of conversation and being able to speak to other people about it, but not feeling bad or like a burden. So yeah, that's what he's gone for.
Powerful one.
It's interesting. I think there's a lot you could flush out there for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's good. There are a lot of other companies out there that do similar things. It's sounding to me a bit like a charity maybe that he could go down.
Yeah.
A little venture down there potentially.
I see.
But yeah, I mean, there's plenty around men's mental health that you can do.
It really
and
is.
It's a huge topic within itself. So
I see. And last one.
Interesting.
I think it's the last one, unless you got any more. Last one is Ben Spong. Ben Spong said, it's another voice note, so I'll try and iterate it from here. Right, so basically, it's a business where you give away prizes for completely free. So the plan will be to partner with brands, and we give away these cool prizes and money in return to people have to answer questions about the brand itself. They'll use the £100 to be able to not only go towards giving away as prize money, but to make some content for their videos. Okay. So I think that's not a bad idea. Specify where the money's going to.
Interesting. And it looks like he's already doing it at the moment, which is a good thing. Yeah.
Wow.
So I've just clicked on his profile, and it seems like he's got a lot going out there in terms of content creation. He's publishing a lot.
Wow, looks like it. Currently trying to make 10,000 in 30 days. I respect that. That's quite cool.
So he's going for it, which is good, and he's stated what £100 will be used for.
I see.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. I think we should have a little conversation. Let's have another little conversation,
right, we'll
mate.
Back in a second. We're back. I mean, that's probably our longest deliberation ever.
Well, this is the longest list we've had.
Yeah, true. So
we had to go through them all individually.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'd like to say to everybody that sent in a submission, the reason why it took so long for us is because you've all got amazing ideas, and you've all got ideas that we can see straight off the bat have personability and have like there's a bit of meat to the bone there. Like there really is some great ideas.
That is so cool to see like everyone have an idea.
Yeah.
And I think it just emphasizes the whole point of why we're doing this as well, because we had an idea, hence why we're doing this. Exactly. Everyone has an idea, and we just want to like kind of inspire people to go for it, attack it, get at it, see what happens. Exactly. You never know, mate.
Exactly. And another thing to say is for anybody who doesn't win today, we've got a little opportunity we'll get to in a second, but the first and most important bit is if you sent in your idea and it hasn't won today, please understand that all we need from you is to flush it out a bit more. Add some context. Either send us a video 100%. If you've got the opportunity to, or if not, send us a voice note, or just send us a little bit more about maybe the name idea, maybe the journey you're looking to take, and maybe like a USP about your product.
Yeah,
that would be
and how the money's going to help you as well. Yeah, exactly. That'd be ideal. I think that goes out to any of our other geckos that we've run before, and anyone who's applied. Like, send it back in. 100%. Try again. There's no harm.
And if you're brand new, you can see how we're trying to get as many people to feature on Geckos as possible. If you've got a burning idea, send it through. At Susan Sliders everywhere. Yeah. Right? Now, getting on to the
juicy bit,
The juicy bits. So, should we start with maybe like an honourable mention sorts?
Yeah. So I think one of them was Ben Spong for me. I think I liked his idea. I feel like it's quite similar to like a Mr. Beast style where he gives away things for free.
Love the content he's putting out as well.
Helping out people, exposing brands for what they are, blah, blah, blah. And then having those questions to help the brand back. Feedback, whatever it is. Yeah. I think the content that he's got is really good. His TikTok's like popped off, which is insane.
It's absolutely mental.
He's also recently featured on like a KSI video, which is awesome. So he's kind of like getting in amongst that creator section, and I think he just needs to push that route massively.
100%.
You look at like a Italian Batch, AB, people like that. they started off with purely content creation and then wormed them way into like those social groups
and I think
in
the
YouTube
idea
world.
of him going on the street and doing giveaways and things would be great. And if he does like the old school Max Fosh, the old school Young Philly, when they were on the street interviewing people and stuff,
unreal
I think
stuff.
if you do some of that content,
so rare nowadays.
I not only would love to watch it, but I'd also love to see how it affects the business and how it promotes you as an individual. Because I think you could do absolutely bits.
I mean, it's also similar to like a Simon Squibb in a way as well. So you've got two sides of the coin there that you can approach with the kind of mic on the street talking to people.
Exactly.
So yeah, we thought about you. You were very close.
Yes.
However, we have gone for somebody else.
We have. Should we announce it?
Yes.
Right. I'll drum roll you in.
Okay. We have gone for Kieran Owens.
Well
done, my
Owens.
friend.
Kieran Owens coming in with the mental health for men's brand, the idea of collaborating amongst the male community, organising events and shared experiences where guys can actually get off their chest how they're feeling, what's going on.
Yeah.
The opportunity to talk.
He mentioned the kind of name that he's looking for. He chucked in like a 3-minute voice note, which I love the dedication. And that kind of showed to us that he's really enthusiastic about this. And we feel like the £100 for him would hopefully launch his business on Company's House and then maybe look to promote it on social media and stuff like that.
And we'll be checking in with him and the other geckos in the near future to start understanding their journey, how they're coming along with the process.
100%.
But we have something else as well. But first of all, congratulations to you.
Big congrats. So see if he goes for that name, which is MEN, We Cry Too.
Exactly.
And that'll be quite cool to see in the future.
It'll be amazing to see. Do work on the social side of it. Make sure you get the name out, the word out there, because it's crucial to do so.
Definitely.
But without further ado, I'd like to make an announcement for our next GECKOS Basement. We thought there were so many bloody good ideas that we couldn't just have one winner from the collective.
Definitely.
So we are running a GECKOS exclusive.
Exactly. We've decided to shortlist 4 people where they have the opportunity of winning £100 again in our next GECKOS Basement.
The way this is going to work is, first of all, I'll announce the 4 people.
Go on.
Right, so the 4 people are Ben Muirs with the roast dinner truck. The opportunity of making a Spud Bros idea, but with a roast dinner.
Fantastic,
sick idea.
So
the next person is Piers Donnelly, the shop brand, premium shop
really
brand.
Interesting.
The idea of making really cool, quirky drinks that can make people
got
have
some
communities.
shot glasses.
We've got our own shot glasses here. We're ready to fill them up with the premium shots.
We are.
And also, great chit chat in there. Love that. That's what we do every day. So that's coming through. Next up is Ollie Slater with the the high protein fudge. That's the one. High protein fudge. And finally, it's Tom Moore with the Greek gyros food chain truck. Greek kebabs idea.
So we've gone for that food and beverage kind of category.
Exactly. What you 4 guys have the opportunity to do at our expense, what we're going to do is we'll offer you guys, we will pay for the ingredients required, the sending delivery, or maybe even just the opportunity for you to make the product depending on whereabouts you live. If you live further from us, then we can organise to make your product, make your either food or your beverage, show us how you make it. Maybe send us a sample if you can. We'll try it on the podcast. And one of you will be lucky enough to win £100. And we will be your very first customer for your food or beverage brand.
We would love to try it. So if there's any way we can get it delivered or pick it up, whatever it may be, even if it means we come to you, we watch you make it in the flesh or something like that and try it there, that'd be unreal.
Exactly.
But if you can, make a little video, a little montage of you making it, send it to us, and you'll be in to win £100. Now, if all of a sudden one person sends it in or does something a little bit more than the rest, they're going to win automatically.
Yeah. So if only one of you sends in a submission, you are going to be the winner of £100.
There we go.
So you might as well get it in, lads.
Exactly.
Like you've got a 1 in 4 chance of winning.
100%.
Or if only one of you sends it in, you are the golden ticket winner. So that is the opportunity for our next GECKOS. It's going to be an exclusive run, food and beverage GECKOS winner. I think we need to bring a food and beverage person on board because we're always peckish.
We'll tag you guys on socials as well. We'll probably put a little clip up of this and then we'll DM you as well, explaining the rules a bit more.
Perfectly. And lastly, just say once again, everybody else who sent in submissions, 1, we really appreciate you doing that, and secondly, we want to hear more. Do not stop now.
Guys.
Keep sending it in because we're going to be running GECKOS all year round.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get back into the app, shall we?
Let's do it. Well, before we crack on,
Oh, yeah.
We forgot.
I almost forgot again.
And we almost forgot again. We have scratched our Christmas special.
Look at the size of these things that we just forgot about.
Little size like that, fucker. So, £1 million Christmas countdown special. This cost us 5 squiddaroonies.
5 squiddaroonies.
Over 45 million in cash prizes.
Mental.
Now, the aim of the game was to find 2 identical symbols or match 2 doubles to win double the prize showing.
Crazy.
Do you want to go first or me?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Right. Game 1, bubble and jumper. Game 2, mug and ice. Game 3, tag and glove. Game 4, scarf and bauble. I'm not going through it all. I didn't win. I'm pissed off as fuck. A £5 scratchy. Didn't
Nothing.
Dick. There was doubles on there. There was £1 million prizes on there. And it just took the piss out of me the whole way through. I was so disappointed.
Bro, that's a bad Christmas.
It's a terrible Christmas for me. Gee,
Right.
I'm in a bad boy. Do you know what I mean? That's coal in the bottom of the stocking there.
That's all right. Okay. Game 1, skate
I
cracker.
hope you won. I really hope you won.
Game 2, snowflake earmuff. Game 3, candle pud. Do you remember the pud thing?
Oh, yeah.
Game 4, chocolate and candle. And that's as good as it got.
Shit.
0.
What's that all about, eh?
0.
We put all this effort in.
We get no gift.
On £1 scratches, we're winning £10. On £10 worth of scratches, we're winning no pounds. That is not good for quarterly report.
Terrible.
That is really not good.
Anyway, we can't use any of that money to scale our business.
No.
But how can you scale for Christmas?
So beautifully done. Tactics that work for scaling businesses at Christmas. First of all, limited stock messaging. Things like only 12 left, only 10 left, 5 left, 3 waiting in baskets.
Always gets me,
that
mate.
gets me every
Always
time.
gets me,
The baskets ones gets me every time. Once gone until 2026. All
Once
that good
gone.
stuff. We'll get that back on in a sec. Next up. As far as tiered delivery deadlines, this is the standard delivery, December 18, express delivery, December 20.
Yes,
but then you have Christmas delivery, and big bold lettering, big emojis, limited last minute courier service to get there by Christmas, December 23rd, typically, to make sure there's no delays on the Christmas Eve for delivery vehicles. Make sure people get it in time.
100% guaranteed someone would have forgotten something. Whether it's the
200%.
turkey, whether it's a Christmas gift, whatever it may be, someone's forgotten something and they're rushing around last minute.
I used to work at Tesco's during like summers and like during Christmas periods from Hartbury, and I remember like it was yesterday, Christmas Eve, the blokes running around.
Mate,
it was always the blokes, I'll be honest, always the blokes running around going, "Fuck shit, I've forgotten this.
Everything's sold out.
The mother-in-law needs a bottle of wine. The father-in-law needs this." And then they get to the till. There was one guy, credit to him. I remember this like yesterday. He came huge amounts of shopping Christmas Eve. He was flooding it all through. The shop was closing at 10. He was in at 9:45. Big trolley pulls up to my thing. I was there like, all right, here we go. Anyway, it's 10:15 before the time that we've even finished stacking all the bags. And you know what? Credit to him. It's the first time, only time, and only ever time I've heard of it. He tips me.
Yeah, I was going to say, did he leave you a tip?
Yeah. It was a £20 tip, which to me, when I was 17,
That's
I was like, that's wicked.
Yeah.
But yeah, credit to him. This is the truth, though. People are shopping last minute.
Panic buying galore, honestly.
It's mental.
And I'm guilty of it as well.
Oh, exactly. And next up, limited edition Christmas bundles, gift boxes, personalised items, personalised cards, multi-buy bundles, all of this good stuff boosts average order value massively. So you've got to get it in there.
Yeah,
you really do.
Yeah. So good. Anything else?
That's everything I've got on the sort of scaling strategies.
Love
get it up
that.
and get it big.
I'd say another one would be, and this could maybe not directed towards a small business that's out there, but partnerships.
Oh, yeah.
If you can, even if it's collabing with someone or something, partner, especially from a content creation side of things, like partnerships is huge during Christmas. People want to push their product out there as much as they can.
Yeah, they really do.
So partnerships would be a big one. But if we move into seasonal pop-up businesses, this, my friend, is a crazy market.
It is such a
crazy insane market. They're like secretly probably one of the best business models out there.
Yeah.
Like you work hard for a month. Like I'm talking hard, but it's only a month.
Yeah.
And you can generate a lot of money.
Thousands of pounds.
So the benefits of them are obviously, as I mentioned, low commitment, huge return. We're talking, you don't need that year-long lease. It's just one stall for 2 to 4 weekends, and your returns are huge, mate. Massive. Fast return on investment. Stalls at major Christmas markets can generate anywhere between 1 to 5k per weekend. That's 10 to 20k for a good season. So that's 1 month, not even a month, because you're not going to work Christmas Day and Eve and Boxing and all of that stuff. That's 20k in like 3 weeks, maybe.
I mean, that's like a year's salary for some people.
It's insane,
that's absolutely mental.
You also have instant foot traffic. Like, you are riding the wave of these markets, and it is popping off everywhere on TikToks, all of that stuff. People come in the masses. So make sure you're getting it, because suddenly your foot traffic's massive.
That's it. You've got to figure out your salesmanship when it comes to that as well, especially if you're in the Christmas market pop-ups. There are 50, 60, 100, 200 shops there, all trying to get the people's attention. 100%. Find a way to grab that attention. The amount of times I've been at a Christmas market and you see somebody just sort of sat on a stool with a coat on in their little booth, and you think, nah, I'll go to somebody else. Do you know what I mean? That's
very true. So I guess the benefit of it is there's no real marketing, but you do need to have a very good sales pitch.
This is it. Right, I've got a couple.
Yeah.
A massive one, obviously, me being content marketing all day, every day. It's a content goldmine. You're talking the decorative stalls, Christmas outfits, viral TikTok content. The amount of people who do like walking around a Christmas market, reach out to influencers as well. So we'll give you a free product. If you come to our Christmas market and you come to our store, we'll just give you one for free.
Oh man, they'll do that.
If you do that to TikTok influencers, all that stuff, doesn't matter how many views they've got, the TikTok content will be going off. So get them in the DMs and let them know you're going to give them some free stuff.
That's great.
Test new products. Here's my next one. Big one. Small businesses use winter to test, especially if you're a business that operates all year round. New scents for candle shops, new packaging for certain brands.
What's that new one? The Magnum Bites. Have you seen those?
There's Magnum Bites.
Little bites.
That sounds awesome.
This brand new. They released it for Wicked. That's just been released, or has come out.
Just came out, yeah.
But it's like their new thing. I'm thinking of a winter product. That's a new thing they've released.
That's exactly what we're talking about. So it's maybe not something that's too dissimilar from your standard products. I'm assuming it's the same ingredients. They've just done it in a different sort of format.
Just a nice little bite.
Test some like little ideas that you might have. If you're sat there in your meetings going, it'd be cool if we tried this. Christmas time's a great time to try it. Just get it out there. Next up, scarcity works. We mentioned this in terms of the scaling side of things, but only available at Christmas markets is huge. Have the boards out there. Tell people when they're walking past, this won't be online. This won't be here. This won't be there. Give them the opportunity to know that it's going to be taken away from them in order to draw them back in. That's a great opportunity to get that urgency, to boost that conversion rate massively.
Huge. Love that stuff. Well, I've got a great little story, my friend, because we love story time here. So I have got Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf.
There we go. You got one right there.
Our little Elf on the Shelf.
Look at that.
What have we got on him today?
This is honestly an amazing story.
See them everywhere.
This is crazy. It's probably one of the most successful Christmas business stories ever.
Oh yeah, big time.
But it didn't start as a business, which is funny.
Go for it.
So it actually began in the 1950s as a tiny family tradition.
Did it?
A little elf doll that this lady called Carol, and I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. It's like Abersold's.
Okay.
Carol Abersold's mum apparently used to move around the house, a little elf, and to remind her kids that Santa was always watching, so they had to behave.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was a tradition. There was nothing more to that, right? Fast forward to 2005. Carol's twin daughters say, "Mum, this should be in a book. This is really good."
That is a good idea.
So they wrote a story, they pitched it to every major publisher, and every single one of them turned around and said, no. This has no legs. It's too weird. It's too niche. Christmas books don't even sell.
Interesting.
This is what they said. So they decided to self-publish. They printed 5,000 copies, stored them in their garage and their neighbour's basement, and sold them one by one at craft fairs. I was going to say art.
Okay.
Anyway, the turning point came when the moms on Facebook and Pinterest lapped this up. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's a place for little books that are coming out there.
They started posting pictures of the elf doing pranks around the house. Yeah. The parents became the marketers. Every photo was free advertising for them.
Yeah.
Every kid was asking, where's the elf now?
Yeah.
It was literally brand loyalty within itself. From there, it exploded. Toys, clothes, board games, merchandising, even a Netflix film.
The Netflix film?
Yeah, apparently. I haven't seen it.
I didn't know that.
But Elf on the Shelf now makes over, do you want to have a guess? How much a year?
Annually?
Yeah.
God, right. Elf on a Shelf. This is. I've got no concept of understanding. I'm gonna say it makes $3 million a year.
Over 300 million a year from a product that sells for 1 month. Basically.
That is insanity.
They didn't create a toy, obviously. They created a tradition for families out there. And traditions will scale 10 times faster than a product will.
Oh, that's the thing. Like when I saw this, when I was looking at the Christmas set, it wouldn't have been the Christmas set without it.
Genius.
That is so genius. Wow. I'm blown away with
300 million. But they branched out everywhere now. They're doing all sorts of things. So not just
I do like to be fair, back in the day I used to watch Ellen DeGeneres. You ever used to watch that back in the day?
Yeah.
And she used to do she used to do a thing where people would send in like horrific things they've done with the elves, like almost like, I don't know, putting some chocolate spread on the bed, and it'd be like the elf running away from the toilet or something, and little things like that. But they popped off. People were loving it, and it was such a trend. I remember like when it first popped off. So yeah, credit to them.
But like they've hit the US market, they've hit the UK market.
I mean, this one itself, elves behaving badly, it automatically intrigues that sense of like, get it to do some funny stuff, post about it, all that good stuff. Yeah, credit to them. That is an impressive avenue.
300 million, all from, like, it wasn't even a business originally. It was just a mom had a clever idea.
That's the thing.
Which is
if you've
beautiful.
got a little idea and you think it could be called a niche, go for it.
If it's something you're already doing with your family or friends, whatever it may be, like a game, whatever it could be, try and make it a product.
That's it, people. Right, we are heading into our last segment.
It's a juicy one, my friend.
It's a juicy one. It's what you've probably all been waiting for. It's a workplace stories.
Let's go. Right, before we tuck into the workplace stories, for audio listeners out there, we have broken something on our set, and someone is seriously injured.
There's
not me.
It was me. You may, for the astute ones of you, notice that the snowman has now disappeared. And the snowman is no longer with us, I'm afraid.
He didn't make it to Christmas.
He didn't make it to Christmas Day, I'm afraid. And I almost picked up a shard of glass that went through my finger. But we move on.
So we're into workplace stories. This is Christmas parties gone wrong.
Oh, so many good stories about this.
I'm going to start off, all right? So we've got the Christmas tree takeout.
Christmas tree takeout.
This one's from an HR manager who posted the story herself.
Oh, geez.
At the Birmingham office party, the HR lead, the person responsible for preventing any chaos that happens, slipped while carrying her mulled wine and fell directly into the office Christmas tree. Oh, the entire 7-foot tree collapsed like it's just been rugby tackled.
Oh my days.
Baubles smashing everywhere.
That's hilarious.
When people rushed over to try help her, she stood up, covered in tinsel and mulled wine, and said, "Right, nobody saw any of that." Walked off, slipped on the mulled wine again, and knocked over the buffet table that was right next to the Christmas tree.
Oh my days.
Apparently, she became a meme inside the company for ages.
Funny.
That is hilarious.
Slippery HR. Right, that's a good one to kick us off. My next one, 999 999 999.
Okay.
Worked at a call centre in Manchester. They booked out a bar nearby for the Christmas party and had put on a load of money behind the bar. It was absolute chaos. 3 different ambulances arrived. One, because a guy slipped on the dance floor and cracked his head open.
There's always
second,
one, mate.
Because somebody got to the end. It's mental. Somebody got the end of their finger chopped off, weirdly in a heavy door leading to the toilets.
Oh.
And then finally, a woman drank 2 bottles of wine, passed out on the upper level, so comatose she was carried out by the ambulance crew on a stretcher whilst coming to and crying. They had to manoeuvre her past everybody on the dance floor.
That is a proper party.
A guy got caught doing drugs in the toilets, never seen him at work again, and a couple got caught having sex in the toilets. The company got banned from booking the venue ever again, and a police report with 3999 calls in one evening.
Shit. Imagine that. Guys, we're going to have a nice little business Christmas party. No one do anything dumb.
No.
3 injuries. One person being arrested.
The third time you're calling 999, they'll go, you again. Yeah, me again. We need another one.
Just leave an ambulance outside, mate.
Yeah, you're like a sports event. You need somebody just on standby.
Mate, that's 100% a recruitment company.
That's so funny. Wait, call centre in Manchester, but yeah.
Jeez.
Right, your one.
Right, sparklers indoors.
Indoors?
This one comes straight from an official UK fire brigade incident log.
Jeez.
So, at a corporate Christmas party in 2019, some genius decided to bring out indoor sparklers for the special moment.
Some absolute tool.
Oh my god. Except the problem was the building's fire alarms were very sensitive.
Yeah.
The second this guy lit the sparklers up to say Merry Christmas, the entire system went off. Sprinklers activated. The venue had to be fully evacuated into the freezing car park where everyone is soaked head to toe. And the event ended up with the fire brigade coming and arriving at the venue, banning the company for life.
That is mental.
Because of sparklers. How
Holy
funny,
cow.
Man. Oh, I love that.
That's
but
mental.
The next day at work, like,
you know,
why did you
that
bring
guy's
sparklers?
getting roasted, yeah, right. That's it. Surely there's got to be a bill coming his way as well.
Yeah, you think
his
so.
Christmas bonus is gone.
Yeah,
It's
so gone, mate. No rise for you next year, mate.
Next up, who's getting the tab? 1991.
Ooh.
It was an IT contractor working on a banking project in London. This was back in the days where agencies represented the contractors themselves, not just the companies. So they treated you really well. And a Christmas party was arranged at a rather nice local restaurant for the contractors from the agency that they were contacting through. He couldn't make it, but about 15 of the other contractors confirmed to go. And 2 hours before the start, an agent who had organised the event emailed saying he could no longer make it due to a family emergency.
Okay.
But it was all paid for, so they should have a great time. Apparently, it was all very civilised early in the evening until someone discovered that there was actually an open bar tab. At which point, the standard and volume of drinks being consumed increased dramatically. A particular favourite, apparently, was the tequila slammers made with 500-pound bottles of champagne. A good time was had by all, and everyone went home extremely happy. The agent was left having to explain to his bosses on an unexpected bar bill of over £4,000. They never invited the contractors out again.
Ooh. I love that.
Could you imagine?
I'll get a
shot of the £500
Mate, that is such a British thing to do.
Such a
open
British
bar? What's your most expensive drink, mate?
Exactly how you'd say it. Oh
mate.
Man, that's a
Hilarious.
terrible idea. Open bar tab.
Right. I've got another one as well. The bar tab.
A bar tab.
Slightly different.
Okay.
So, the big boss made an appearance at the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
And like big bosses do, he put his credit card behind the bar. The new guy, apparently, went fucking mental.
New guy.
He went,
that's great.
Prima! And he started going pints, shots, cocktails. Within an hour, he was annihilated, like passed out.
Absolutely.
Unprovoked, he strutted over to the boss, pointing his finger and shouting, "Oi, you!" Everything went silent. And he just screamed, you might need to bleep this.
Maybe.
You're a
Oh, shit. Holy
He got packed up in a taxi and sent home. He walked in the next day on Monday. Or not the next day. He went in on Monday and he was escorted out by security immediately.
Wow.
Apparently, for the record, the boss is like a proper nice person as well. He's not like a twat.
Man.
And he was one of the few bosses that would like actually try help people. And this guy just exploited him.
He deserved what he got, but Jesus.
Mate,
open bar tab, bad idea.
Christmas parties, mate. Get a bit lethal out there.
They do. My next one. This one's nuts. I might have to bleep some of this as well. A belt made from mistletoe. Worked at an insurance firm for a short spell when I was 21. Went to the work Christmas party, the first one I'd ever been to. It was set out in a fancy hotel, more like a wedding reception than a party. So we had a sit-down meal, free bar, wine on the tables. One of the married admin women, who I'd been playfully flirting with since I joined the company, got blind drunk, crawled under the table and started to the custard out of me. Being young and pissed, I sat there thinking nobody can see this as we're all up dancing and milling about. There was a big tablecloth that reached to the floor, so she cracked on for a bit due to the drink. It was like getting CPR from a seal. We carried on the night, enjoying one another's company until the night came to a close. I thought that would be it. Well, apparently not. The next day, it was the talk of the office. I'd already quit that day, so didn't bother going in for the fallout. Turns out the hotel we were in put a complaint in about the company because they had photo evidence. She got sacked. She also followed one of the managers into the toilets later that evening and apparently had tried it on with him. The only office party I've ever been to, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Mate, there's always some mischief going on.
Insanity.
That is crazy, bro.
Mate, you're 21 years old. That's your first Christmas party. That's what you go to. That happens.
Corporate parties, mate.
Mental.
My one, kidnapping.
Kidnapping?
Yeah. This was at a Christmas party last year. I don't work there anymore. A selection of people decided to go out to the town after the party had ended. This one lad, probably only about 20, got absolutely shit-faced.
Oh, damn.
He lived out of town, so nobody knew how to get him home, as they didn't know his address. Just that he wasn't a local.
Yeah.
He was too sloshed to tell anyone as well where he lived. This one girl who lived locally said he could sleep it off in the spare bedroom that she had.
I see.
No funny business, just so he was safe.
Courtesy.
This motherfucker, is what they've written, woke up in the middle of the night in the girl's spare bedroom, didn't know where he was, and for some reason, his first assumption was he's been kidnapped. He decided to take his drunken state and try hop out of a window on the first floor without his phone or keys or anything else. The idiot fell out the window into the garden, completely ruined his leg, apparently. Pretty sure he also got concussion.
Oh
the girl
God.
woke up, obviously panicked, and had to take him to A&E. His job was quite physical too, so he really stuffed himself up. Yeah. Anyway, the next day, not the next day, apparently a month later, he's still hobbling around.
Oh, bloody hell.
And he doesn't want to talk about it ever.
Oh, of course, you never live that down.
Imagine that. You
mental.
wake up and you go, I've been kidnapped.
In a comfy bed.
In a comfy bed. Probably got heating on, woolly socks.
He's never watched the
I've been
tape.
kidnapped. Just jump out a window first thing. Don't even assess where you are.
Don't try the door.
Yeah,
You think
I'm gonna go.
They're gonna be behind the door, of course. I'm gonna jump out the window. Oh, what a moron.
Oh my god, I've got a story from.
Oh, go on.
Oh, my mate.
Yeah.
You'll probably bleep that name and the location. Anyway, you remember? I think it was when you came round. You remember it? Yeah. You came round.
Yeah.
And we had I don't know. It was I think it was like winter ball or something like that.
Yeah.
And do you remember he got back to some girl's room or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, decided he wanted to leave because apparently the
this
boyfriend
was that
or
night.
the ex was banging on the door.
Yeah.
So he was really worried because the girl went out to speak to him and he was he didn't know what to do and he couldn't find any of his clothes. So he hopped out the window.
Stark naked,
Naked, jumped into the bush.
Yeah, and then that's when he saw me
Yeah.
as he was going past.
But because he heard the footprints and people talking, which was you.
Which is me.
He thought it was the ex-boyfriend coming back down again. So he hid in the bush all night and
That
slept
is
there.
mental.
That's what that reminds me of, mate.
Oh
that
my
is
God,
hilarious.
I remember the
Getting
next day
kidnapped.
when we sat there passing a rugby ball around. You saw him walking up the
I was
field.
like,
and
where
we were
did you go?
What state is he in? He looks rough as heck. Oh
Anyway.
man! Right, my last one
Oh,
is the nickname he'll never live down. One colleague, always the quiet one that never said very much, got so drunk that he was doing, or should I say attempting, to breakdance. We were all chuckling, but then he flipped to do the worm and proceeded to start licking the floor. He wouldn't stop and basically licked the whole dance floor of a busy nightclub. Safe to say, we all found it incredibly funny, but he's never lived it down. He's since acquired the new nickname and always will as Larry the Licker. It was fun explaining that to the new starters. They all looked scared at first and then breathed with a sigh of relief before questioning the company that he joined. It doesn't help that there are two Larrys in the office, and so now it's almost become his real surname. Set a meeting with Larry Licker, or Larry Smith.
Oh my goodness, mate! What wrong it?
That's so disgusting. Why?
It just makes no sense.
I can't get my head around that one.
Right, here we go. Silver lining. I had a manager who was a horrible, angry, don't know why they've said this, ginger man. Nobody liked him. He hated me and micromanaged me, which I hated as well. We went to Belfry for a Christmas party. Around midnight, he came out of the dance floor to the smoking area outside, shirt open, thinking it was John Travolta.
Yeah.
My colleague told me apparently he tried grinding against her on the dance floor. He was also married. He then said, "Who's got any weed?" And apparently this guy had some in his hotel. The four of us went up and made a joint and went to the 17th hole to smoke it. The manager told us he'd smoke all the time when he was younger. He smoked half a joint and was absolutely stoned. The next week in the office, he had asked me and the girl he was grinding on against to basically have a meeting with him in his office. He asked us what happened that night, and he couldn't remember anything at all.
Oh, shit.
So we both told him our stories, and he was mortified.
Oh, God.
Like, mortified, apparently.
Yeah.
He asked us not to say a single word about it, and without hesitation, the girl told him that if he ever micromanaged us or shouted at us again, she was going to HR about it. Apparently, after that, my job was a walk in the park.
No way.
I was able to not sit anywhere near him and worked in the breakout area for the next 2 years and got a decent pay rise at every review stage.
Oh, now that is saucy, that one. Oh, a bit of blackmail.
Yeah, a bit of blackmail, and it paid off for them.
Credit to them. Hey, if you're going to be a shitty manager, you're going to get what's coming to you.
There we go.
That was one hell of a workplace stories.
There's a lot.
If you've got any personal stories from socials or like any Christmas events, then please let us know.
And I'm sure you do. There are plenty out there.
There's so many out there. Right, we're going to head back into the episode. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And we are back from Workplace Stories.
What an episode this has been,
An episode.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
Merry Christmas. We hope you've enjoyed it today. We hope you've had plenty of laughs with us.
Yeah.
We have got plenty more coming on the Patreon, so you know where to go. And I think it's time to do another little Christmas gift.
It is the time of giving.
It's the time of giving. What we are giving away today, if you manage to stay to this point of the episode, you can use the code SNSELF. It's popping up on the screen now for 50% off your first month with Patreon.
50%.
Like it's not cheap enough, but for the price of £2, £2, you get the exclusive access to all of our Sunday specials from the year.
Yeah.
The Christmas special that's coming out this weekend. We've got big things planned for the new year, so you get access to that before like your first month's finished. Just give it a little try. Come and have a little look.
The perfect gift to binge watch over these next couple of days when
100%.
Nish happens.
Exactly.
You can just watch and splurge on all our videos, and there's a
100%.
lot out there.
If you've got a business idea, it's one of the greatest
100%.
things, I think, to just follow episode from episode. We talk about all different facets, the process and the journey that not only we've taken, but you can take.
Definitely.
And just take little notes as you go if you want to make it.
Mate, there's Easter eggs in all those videos as well. There's like,
so
guess
many.
how much the set is worth, blah, blah, blah. You win this much, win this much.
For £2,
like,
you
people haven't guessed.
to win £200 pretty much over all the
Crazy.
episodes. So I think those stats are pretty unreal.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know where to go. Head over to the Patreon and we'll hopefully see you there for a little bit more. But if not, in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. Check out the socials at Sns Sliders everywhere. We'll be having a 12 Days of Christmas giveaway beginning tomorrow on the socials at Sns Sliders on Instagram and TikTok. Go and check them out. More prizes, more giveaways there. Like we can't give away enough.
I know, mate.
Our quarterly report's going to be terrible. Right.
Anyways, but we'll see you next week for an even more special episode.
100%.
As we look towards the new year.
Big new year.
Big new year.
Big new year.
Wow.
Right, without further ado, we shall see you soon. Toodle pip.
Cheerio.
I'll give it a second. Excuse me. Fucking hell. Strawberry lemonade.